Well, if you're someone who claims you don't care about royal drama, but still find yourself glued to every headline, you're definitely not alone. The British royal family has a way of pulling us all in, whether we want to admit it or not. There's just something about the glitz, the tradition, and, of course, the never-ending family feuds that keeps us coming back for more. Maybe it's the centuries-old rituals, the dazzling crowns, or the sense that we're watching history unfold in real time. Or maybe, deep down, we all relate to the idea of a family that's a little bit dysfunctional, just with a lot more tiaras and a global audience. Whatever the reason, the House of Windsor has become the world's most watched reality show, and every twist and turn is headline news. So brace yourself, because the latest chapter in the ongoing saga between Prince Harry and King Charles is here, and it's juicier than ever. Just when you thought things might finally be settling down, the royal family is back in the headlines and the drama is reaching new heights. It's as if every time the dust starts to settle, a new storm brews, pulling us right back into the whirlwind of royal intrigue. This time the stakes feel even higher, with the future of the monarchy and the personal bonds of a father and son hanging in the balance. Let's break it down. Earlier this year, there was a glimmer of hope. Prince Harry and King Charles seemed to be putting their differences aside, at least in public. After months, no years of tension, the world watched as father and son appeared together, exchanging handshakes and polite smiles. The press was buzzing with speculation. Was this the start of a real reconciliation? For royal watchers, it was a moment that felt almost cinematic. Two men, bound by blood and history, trying to bridge a chasm that had grown wider with every headline and every tell-all interview. We saw those carefully choreographed moments, Harry and Charles sharing a laugh, a handshake that seemed to last just a little longer than usual, and even a few candid shots of the royal family looking almost, dare we say, happy together. Whispers of a truce spread like wildfire, and for a brief moment, it looked like the royal rift might finally be healing. The world's media zoomed in on every gesture, every glance, searching for signs that the wounds of the past were finally starting to close. For many, it was a reminder that even the most public of families can find their way back to each other. At least that's what we wanted to believe. For a hot minute, the world was hopeful. Maybe, just maybe, the wounds of the past could be mended. Maybe the royal family could move forward, united. But as anyone who's followed this family knows, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. The royal family is an institution built on tradition, but it's also a family like any other, full of old grudges, unspoken resentments, and the kind of emotional baggage that can't be fixed with a single handshake. The hope was real, but so was the skepticism. After all, this wasn't the first time we'd seen a royal olive branch extended, only to be snatched away at the last second. But, plot twist, behind those palace walls, things were far from peaceful. While the cameras captured smiles and handshakes, insiders say the atmosphere was tense, with old grievances simmering just below the surface. The palace gates may have closed to the public, but the drama was only just beginning. Behind the scenes, sources whispered about icy silences, awkward dinners, and conversations that ended in slammed doors rather than hugs. The royal family, for all its pomp and ceremony, is still a family. And sometimes that means the real drama happens when the cameras stop rolling. Pause, hint of humor. And let's not forget the infamous royal family group chat. If you thought your family's WhatsApp was dramatic, imagine the Windsors. Rumor has it, the group chat was still lighting up with heated messages, cryptic emojis, and maybe even a few passive-aggressive gifs. Imagine the Queen's corgis as the only neutral parties, quietly observing the digital chaos. In an age where even the most private conversations can leak, every text and emoji becomes a potential headline. The idea of royal siblings and cousins trading barbs over group chat is both hilarious and oddly relatable. Fast forward to this week, and everything changed in an instant. Out of nowhere, Prince Harry made a bold public statement, one that sent shockwaves through the palace and left royal watchers everywhere scrambling for details. The statement wasn't just a casual comment, it was a direct hit at the heart of the royal institution, and it left everyone wondering what would happen next. Harry's words were sharp, unapologetic, and impossible to ignore. He didn't just air grievances, he challenged the very foundation of the monarchy, questioning its relevance, its traditions, and its ability to adapt to a changing world. For some, it was a long overdue reckoning. For others, it was a betrayal. According to sources close to the palace, King Charles was deeply hurt by Harry's words. The king, who had been hoping for a fresh start with his son, was reportedly blindsided. Royal advisors immediately went into crisis mode, holding emergency meetings and trying to figure out how to contain the fallout. The palace, known for its never complain, never explain mantra, suddenly found itself scrambling to respond. Behind closed doors, the mood was somber, with some insiders describing it as the most serious crisis since the days of Princess Diana. The king's inner circle debated whether to issue a public statement, stay silent, or try to reach out to Harry privately. Every option carried risks, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. It's like the royal version of a family Thanksgiving dinner gone totally off the rails. Suddenly, everyone's picking sides, some standing firmly with Harry, others rallying behind King Charles. The tension is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Family members who once played peacemakers now found themselves forced to choose allegiances, and even the staff at the palace reportedly felt the strain. The atmosphere was electric, with every conversation, every glance, loaded with meaning. It was a reminder that at its core, the royal family is just that. A family with all the messiness and complexity that entails. Harry's supporters are louder than ever, insisting that he's simply speaking his truth and standing up for what he believes in. They see him as a modernizer, someone unafraid to challenge outdated traditions and call out injustice, even if it means going against his own family. For these fans, Harry represents a new kind of royal, one who values honesty over protocol, and who's willing to risk everything for what he believes is right. They point to his charity work, his advocacy for mental health, and his willingness to speak out on issues that matter. To them, Harry is a breath of fresh air in an institution that can sometimes feel stuck in the past. Meanwhile, critics argue that Harry is stirring up drama again. They accuse him of seeking attention, of airing dirty laundry that should have stayed private, and of undermining the very institution that gave him his platform in the first place. The debate is fierce, and it's playing out everywhere, from TV studios to Twitter threads. Some royalists see Harry's actions as selfish, accusing him of putting personal grievances above duty and tradition. They argue that the monarchy has survived for centuries by keeping its internal struggles private, and that Harry's public outbursts threaten to unravel the very fabric of the institution. The clash of perspectives is intense, and it's clear that there's no easy answer. Social media, absolutely exploding. Hashtags are trending, memes are flying, and everyone seems to have an opinion. Some are calling for reconciliation, others are demanding accountability, and a few are just here for the popcorn. The digital age has turned royal drama into a global conversation, with fans and critics alike weighing in from every corner of the world. TikTok creators are breaking down every statement, Twitter is awash with hot takes, and Instagram is flooded with fan art and memes. The royal family, once shrouded in mystery, is now the subject of endless analysis and debate, with every move dissected in real time. It's the biggest royal blow-up since, yep, you guessed it, the Oprah interview. That sit-down changed everything, and now it feels like history is repeating itself. The wounds from that explosive conversation never fully healed, and this latest drama is ripping them wide open again. The Oprah interview was a turning point, exposing deep divisions within the family and forcing the world to confront uncomfortable truths about the monarchy. Now, with Harry's latest statement, those old scars have been reopened, and the pain is as raw as ever. For many, it's a reminder that the issues at the heart of the royal rift are far from resolved. Royal experts are warning that this latest feud could have long-lasting consequences for the monarchy. Some say it could shake the institution to its core, forcing the royal family to confront issues they've avoided for decades. Others believe it's just another chapter in a never-ending saga. But one thing's clear: the world is watching. The monarchy has weathered many storms, but this one feels different. More personal, more public, and potentially more damaging. The question now is whether the royal family can adapt to a new era, or whether the cracks will continue to widen until the whole institution is at risk. So, is this just another round of family drama, or is there a deeper power struggle at play? Are we witnessing a generational clash, a battle for the future of the monarchy, or simply the latest twist in a very public family feud? Some analysts suggest that Harry's actions are part of a broader movement for change within the royal family, a push to modernize and become more transparent. Others see it as a personal vendetta, a son's struggle to be heard in a family that values silence above all else. Whatever the truth, it's clear that the stakes have never been higher. One thing's for sure, the royal soap opera isn't ending anytime soon. With every new headline, every leaked statement, and every public appearance, the stakes get higher, and the drama gets even more intense. The world is watching, not just out of curiosity, but because the fate of an entire institution hangs in the balance. The royal family's struggles are a mirror for our own. Questions about tradition, change, loyalty, and forgiveness. And as long as those questions remain unanswered, the drama will continue. So, what do you think? Is there hope for Harry and Charles to mend their relationship, or has too much damage been done? Are you Team Harry, Team Charles, or just here for the drama? Maybe you see both sides, or maybe you think the whole thing is just a distraction from bigger issues. Whatever your take, one thing's for sure. The royal family's story is far from over, and your opinion is part of the conversation. In a world where everyone has a platform, your voice matters. So don't be shy about sharing your thoughts. Will Harry and Charles ever be friends again? Or is this feud destined to last a lifetime? Only time will tell, but one thing's certain. The world will be watching every step of the way. The next chapter could bring reconciliation, or it could bring even more drama. Either way, the story of Harry and Charles is a reminder that even the most powerful families are still at their core just families, full of love, pain, hope, and heartbreak. And as long as they keep living their lives in the spotlight, we'll be here, watching, waiting, and wondering what happens next. Drop your thoughts below, let us know where you stand, and don't forget to hit subscribe for all the latest royal updates, because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that the royal drama is far from over, and you won't want to miss a single moment. Whether you're a die-hard royalist, a casual observer, or just here for the memes, there's always something new to discuss. So, stay tuned, keep the conversation going, and get ready for the next twist in the world's most famous family feud.